So I recently got my hands on the MagEZ Case 3 for the Samsung Galaxy S23, specifically the 6.1-inch version. And I've been using it for a while now, and I can't wait to share my personal experience with you. So let's dive right into it. So I was immediately impressed by its minimalist design, which doesn't compromise protection despite just being 0.95 millimeters thin and weighing only at 19 grams. This is ridiculous. Look at the side-by-side comparison between all these other cases. They're a little bit heavier. Oh, and by the way, I wanted to share my initial unboxing reaction with this case. And unfortunately, I lost a lot of my footage due to a hard drive corruption. It's a real bummer because I was genuinely shocked by how thin and lightweight and beautiful this case was when I first saw it. Trust me, it's a unique experience. It's different when you just hold it in your hands and see it for the first time. You know, one of the things I find fascinating about this case is its use of aramid fiber, also known as Kevlar. This material is made of long chain molecules that are highly oriented along the fiber axis, resulting in a super strong and lightweight material. It's actually used in bulletproof vests, aerospace components, so I can feel confident that this is going to protect my phone. However, it's worth mentioning that this protection offered by the aramid fiber and whatnot isn't really going to be as good as, for example, a silicone case or a TPU case that's like super thick, obviously. But in my experience, the trade-off is definitely worth it because you really get an amazing grip and it feels really nice. It feels like you just don't have a case at all. And I think the Samsung S23 is such a beautiful design. I really like the phantom color, the matte black. I did a full review on it and it just feels so good. And having this case, you're just not compromising the experience of using your phone. So the MagEZ Case 3 has a really nice matte finish to it, which is not only visually appealing, but also very functional. This enhances the grip and it keeps the fingerprint smudges to a minimum. I also found that my phone was less likely to slip out of my hands, and it just always just looks very clean and sleek. So I just can't get over the look. It's so nice.
But the most important bits are being covered. You see you have free access to your volume buttons and the power button. And then at the bottom, you have your speaker grill, your USB-C, and your SIM tray. Here it's fully covered with the nice texture. It just feels really nice in the hands. And then on the camera array, you can see that it is nice, well protected. It's constructed in such a way that your lens will never get scratched when you put it on the surface down here. And we have a little bit of a raised lipped edge over here. Now, one of the things I don't like with other types of cases, for example, like this one, is that it has a high raised edge. So when I swipe to the left and I do the gestures, let's say I want to pull my notification with one gesture, see how easy it is? It's very comfortable when I swipe down. See that action? I want to get to my swipe like that. And I have other gestures. So I can see stuff like that. I can change the timeout and stuff like that on my display, all from gestures. There's so much stuff you can do. This pulls down the entire tray. I really recommend getting one gesture for this type of phone. And this case makes it a lot easier to use. So that's one of the main selling points of this case. I really like it. Very nice and smooth. Feels fantastic. I love the material.
So it's not just the design and the look of this and the unique materials that it has. There's something that's really cool in it, and it's the magnets that are inside. So how do they fit a magnet in such a thin case? Well, apparently, according to their marketing website, they combine like a really powerful magnet, like it's called the N52SH magnet, and it's also combined with this resin. So it's in this one thin plate, and they call it their slim board. It's like a slim board technique. Anyways, this plate is then integrated into obviously the aerospace grade 600D aramid fiber. So this ends up creating a case that's actually 32% thinner and 20% lighter than the previous MagEZ case for the Galaxy S22. Now, personally, I have to really appreciate what Pitaka has done at such extreme length, all their marketing and R&D that went into making such a thin profile case with MagSafe compatibility. Speaking of MagSafe compatibility and all the attachments and accessories, let's talk about that. So obviously this case works seamlessly with the MagEZ slider, the MagEZ car mount. In fact, I have the actual car mount over here and it attaches on very easily. So it's like very secure in place. So the wireless charging on this is excellent. I love the fact that it has a fan. So more on that a little bit later, or I'm going to talk about it in a separate review. So by using this case, you open up yourself to a whole plethora of MagSafe accessories, the whole ecosystem, and you can really take advantage of it. One of my favorite MagSafe accessories is just using the chargers in general. Obviously one for the car mount, but also like, let's say by your bed stand. And the reason why this is so amazing is that with MagSafe, you get perfect alignment with the Qi wireless coils. So this means that you reduce heat generation and you have the most efficient charging because everything is perfectly aligned. This is going to help your battery life. Another thing you can obviously use is Magsafe power banks. So when you're like on the go, you want some charging without all the hassles of cables, and you have to like maybe you can actually break your USB-C cord or your port if you accidentally smash something. So having wireless power banks is very nice. Another thing I like about MagSafe is just MagSafe wallets, because it's just very convenient to carry a couple of cards or maybe 1, 2, 3 cards with you and not have to bring your like bulky wallet. So typically MagSafe features have been exclusive to iPhones. Thankfully, Pitaka has successfully brought this technology to Android without adding more bulk to the case. That means you can enjoy the convenience and the versatility of the MagSafe ecosystem on your Samsung Galaxy S23. So the one and only real con I have with the MagEZ case is related to removing the case from my S23. Now, I initially encountered this problem due to the outdated instructions, the Android instructions on the box, which made removing the case literally impossible. Instead, I had to follow the iPhone instructions to get the case off. However, once I got the hang of it, putting on and taking off the case became super easy. Now, this is a very important feature of any phone case because you may want to mix and match your cases based on different situations. For instance, if you're going to use your phone in an extreme environment like rock climbing or whatever, you may want to swap the MagEZ case for a more rugged one. On the other hand, if you want to impress someone or dress up your phone, the MagEZ Case 3 is obviously the perfect way to showcase your device's sleek design. Now, some feedback to the company Pitaka. They should really update their Android-specific instructions because I was having serious issues removing the case. I actually bruised my thumb, and I almost thought I almost broke my case or broke my phone because I was putting an excessive amount of force to trying to remove it. But that goes to show how durable this case is. It can take a lot of force when you're trying to pry it off. Now, to help you avoid the same problem I had, I'm going to show you how to remove the MagEZ case properly so that you can enjoy its benefits without any hassle.
So they actually provide removal instructions, and you can see that the iPhone does it on like this side over here. You can hold it in a landscape mode, whereas with the Samsung phone, the Android phone, they are asking you to do it from like kind of like the bottom over here. I couldn't get it to work like that, so my way, and I would hope they would update it so that it kind of follows the Samsung method. Even this QR code led to a video that was similar to these instructions here. Here's a really easy way. First, you want to put your thumb kind of in between the volume button and the power button just to give a little bit of leverage. The trick is to not use the tip of your nails and like dig it in and try and pull it out. That's not going to work at all. It's going to it's going to bruise your nail, your thumbnail. What you want to do is use this part of your thumb, kind of like this part, and you want to just nicely pull it back. So I'm going to pull this side, and then I'm going to pull this side. And it comes off really easy, just like that. To put it on, it's extremely easy. It slides right in. And then if you want to take it off, pull that side and then pull that side. So I'll just quickly mention, as I'm putting pressure here and I'm putting pressure here, but I'm never touching the lens. That's important because you don't want to smudge your lens. And you have your other finger here. So take your left hand, take your right hand, thumb. You want to pull on this side, take it off. It literally takes like a couple of seconds. So very easy to remove. It's just the instructions are, I think, a little bit outdated, or maybe, I don't know. It's just kind of confusing in that regard.
All right, so in conclusion, what do I think about the Pitaka's MagEZ case? Well, I have to say I've been really enjoying it for my S23. The combination of the aramid fiber, the matte finish, the slim design, it just makes it a fantastic option for those who just really want a minimalist case that offers a great grip and a great feel. If you're interested in a case like this, I definitely recommend it. So I'll leave some links in the description of this. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in the next one.